folks, I do hope you're well, one and all. I really do. Right, bit of showbiz news for you today, folks. When I say showbiz news, it's really thoughts on some things I've seen and read over the last couple of days. We'll start with John, Big John Cleese. Sound like Big John Wayne then. Big John Cleese. He's at the moment on our TV screens promoting a new film that's coming out, I think, sometime later this month. He's just done a tour recently in America there, and they've had cameras following him on stage and backstage. It's a bit of a backstage journey, letting us know what went on throughout the tour and some highlights of it. He's been filmed, as I say. They've made a film out of it, and I think it's in the cinemas later this month. He was on the Beeb yesterday promoting, and he's been on ITV today. I think he was on this morning. And I've got to say, a lot have knocked him of late. He's got very, very bitter of late, mostly to do with the fact that all his ex-wives are taking him for lots and lots and lots of money. Now, maybe they shouldn't do that, but maybe he shouldn't be marrying people 30 or 40 years younger than himself and expecting they're not going to see him as a money trainer, because I think that's what they've seen him as. Is that the right word? Maybe not. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. Anyway, he's come across all right the last couple of days. He's been pretty funny, pretty much fun. He's interviewed very, very well, to be honest with you. I've seen him in the past not interview that well. Over the last couple of days, I don't know if he's making an effort or just mellowing. He's come across pretty well. He was talking about Andrew Sachs yesterday, old Manuel there, and he was talking about when he hit him once in one of the Fawlty Towers episodes with a frying pan. He blamed Manuel for getting up when he shouldn't have been. Well, they shown the sketch. Manuel never moved. The frying pan certainly moved through the air at a great rate of knots. It knocked old Manuel out, could have killed him. And he did another couple of things to him, and the presenter kept saying, "Oh, you banged him about a bit." He said, "Yeah, he said that." He said he was always complaining. He was sore, he was knocked out, he was this. He said, "I've said to him many times in the past, you wouldn't have been famous if it wasn't for Basil beating you up. That's what got you your name, that's what got you your fame, and I'm telling you now." He said he was never grateful. And he was making light of it, but he was also pretty serious at the same time. He spoke about another few things, and it was all pretty funny. He was very sincere when talking about old Prunella Scales, who recently died. It was a good interview. Came on again today, on this morning, and again, really, really good. I tell you what, I did notice. Put on a bit of timber, hadn't he? Oh my God. Always been like a beanpole, as John Cleese. He hadn't banged the weight on. I think he's had too much of the old, what would it be? The old, the riders in America on the tour there. They must have been cooking up some proper food for him. He has banged the pounds on, but it was good. I also seen today, they interviewed on one of the programmes this morning, was it Malcolm Prince, I think his name was? Well, I'm sure it was. I'll put the bins on just to see. I'm sure it's Malcolm Prince. Is it Malcolm? Wait a minute. Yes, he's recently done a book, old Malcolm, entitled Not the Same Without You. Now, Malcolm was a good friend of Paulo Grady for the last sort of 20-odd years, went everywhere with him. I think he produced his radio show. I don't know if he managed him from time to time, but he was very, very close to him, very, very much a confidant. And he was telling stories about Paulo Grady over the last 20 years. Many things that many of us don't and wouldn't know. Really great chat. I mean, it was a chat he had with Lorraine Kelly. You know how I feel about her. She does my piggin' head in. But for a change, she actually let him talk. She had questions, but she didn't keep butting in as she normally does. It wasn't that bad an interview at all for Lorraine. And Malcolm came across really well. A nice fella. I can understand why Mr. O'Grady liked the fella. Nice bloke. Do you know what? I thought to myself, the book's out this week. I've got loads of books I've had bought over the last 4 or 5 years that I really want to read. Never had any. I don't seem to have any time. That's another one that I might just buy and put aside, and God only knows when I'll read it. But it sounded like it was a good book, that. And I love Paulo Grady. I really, really did. He is sadly missed. You're not wrong. Every time I turn on my TV screen and I see Alison Hammond with dogs, I'm thinking, oh no, bring back O'Grady. Bring back O'Grady. I don't watch it. I won't watch it with her, to be honest with you. I've got no time for her at all. Him, I loved. Her, no chance. Takes me to someone I'm not over keen on. Old Sammy boy, Sam Smith. He's been in the news today. He said, what was the word? I want to get the word right. He said, I'm sure it was it? They, that's it, they. He said, yes. He said, they had liposuction when they were 13 because they were bullied. And I thought, I wonder who they are. I thought, should he be telling you about people being bullied and having liposuction at 13? Surely it's their story, whoever they might be. I thought, he shouldn't be, releasing secrets from people's own personal lives. I thought, I wonder who the people are. I thought, there must be people we know well for him to be talking about him in the press. So I looked and I started to read it, and there was no people's names in there. And I thought, what's it all about, this? And I started again, and then it hit home, didn't it? It hit home. When he's talking about they, it means he's Pig himself. I don't know if it's because sometimes he's a bit like, I don't know about Eddie Izzardish, sometimes he's Abel and sometimes he's Mabel. Maybe it's something to do with that. In Eddie's case, it's Eddie and Susie. I don't know if it's anything to do with that. I don't know if he identifies as this one day and that another day, so to make it easier, he calls himself they. And I thought, yeah, but that's all right if people are in the know, but I thought it's very, very misleading. I'm looking for who they are, and it's picking him. All I would say, if he's got out of bed today, and he is on an Abel day, why didn't he call himself him? If it's a Mabel day, yes, a bit weird still, hardish to follow, but if he's got all the stuff on, like Eddie does with all skirts on and lippy on, you'll know where he's coming from, you'll know what he's talking about. But when he's calling himself they, unless you're really, 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 really in the know, you've not got a pigging clue what he's on about. I don't get it. I think it's weird. I think the paper that printed the story, when he's saying they should put in brackets, he means himself. And then as you're reading it, you'll know what it's all about, and you won't be looking for names like I was. You'll know it's about Sam. They sometimes do my head in, they do. He does, they do. I'm not calling all of them, the spectrum, the broad spectrum of them. I'm calling him. He does me head in. Him or her, I'll settle for that. As long as he's wearing him clothes one day and her clothes another, because I don't know what he's talking about. But I can't follow this they business at all. I've got into a rant again. It's supposed to be showbiz news. Sorry about that. Right, I'm going to love it and leave you. Or love you and leave you, should I say. This is it for today from them. From them. I'll be a them. They, from they. No, not from they, from them. Be them, won't it? Oh, I'm going.